Hi, this is a day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Our devotion for today is June 21st, is from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 18, verses 35 through 43. Verse 35 and following, as he drew near to Jericho, a blind man was sitting on the roadside begging. And hearing a crowd going by, he inquired what this meant. They told him, Jesus of Nazareth is passing by. And he cried out, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. We hear of the blind man sitting outside the city of Jericho, begging to those who are entering Jericho or leaving Jericho. There's a commotion. He hears it. Lots of people have suddenly arrived, and there's lots of talking and noise. So the blind man asks those around him what's going on, and they tell him, Jesus of Nazareth is passing by. This blind beggar has heard the stories about Jesus and his healings, so he cries out to Jesus, asking him to have mercy upon him. Verse 39 and following. And those who were in front rebuked him, telling him to be silent. But he cried out all the more, Son of David, have mercy on me. And Jesus stopped and commanded him to be brought to him. And when he came near, he asked him, What do you want me to do for you? And he said, Lord, let me recover my sight. So those in front of him tell this beggar to shut up. But instead of being quiet, he cries out all the more for Jesus, hoping to get his attention. He calls him Son of David, and that title and reference is for the Messiah of God. And he asks him to have mercy on him. His persistence pays off, and Jesus stops and commands the beggar, this blind beggar, be brought to him. Then when he is near Jesus, Jesus asks him what it is that he can do for him. And the blind beggar replies, Lord, let me recover my sight. So this man who can't see Jesus has referred to him with a messianic title, Son of David. And Jesus is now in front of him, asking what he wants. Let me recover my sight. So Jesus says to him, verse 42 and 43, Jesus said to him, Recover your sight, your faith has made you well. And immediately he recovered his sight and followed him, glorifying God. And all the people, when they saw it, gave praise to God. So the man's request is prayer, really, to Jesus, is that he recovers his sight. And Jesus answers this beggar's request, his prayer, and tells him his faith has made him well. It wasn't his status or lack of status that healed him. It was the belief that Jesus could and would make him well, that Jesus had the power to make him well, that Jesus was more than just a man. He was the Messiah of God, God's anointed. The compassion and grace of Jesus immediately heals this blind beggar. And as a result, he follows Jesus, glorifying God. Indeed, all the people, when they saw this man had his sight back, gave praise to God. The healing power of our Lord is not dependent upon our status, but is dependent upon the grace of our Lord, who desires to answer our prayers. So let's be persistent in our prayers. And let's believe Jesus can heal us. Go in peace, serve the Lord.